So now we're moving on to the example 2, which involves the GRE test. The GRE test is like the SAT, but it's for graduate students. So there are 3 parts, but we're only going to deal with 2 parts here, the verbal and the quantitative reasoning. So it says it's normally distributed with the mean of 1066, standard deviation of 191, excuse me. What proportion of GRE scores should be between 800 and 1200? Now, I had the normal curve drawn, and now I've shaded in 800s over here, 1200s over here, and I've shaded in between. So now our mission is to find that area. All right, so let's start with the area to the left of 1200. Okay, that would be equal to norm dot dist, or again, just regular dist. You don't need the dot. 1200, comma 1066, comma 191. Always true for us. All right, there we go. But that's the area to the left of 1200 entirely. So that's all the shaded region plus this white region over in the left tail. So we need to find the area to the left of 800. That would be equal to norm dist 800, comma 1200, oops, sorry, 1066, that's the mean. 191, true. Okay, so the shaded region, area, let me put it up here, area between, oops, Excel's being possessed. Oh, there it is. Area between 800 and 1200 would be equal to this value minus that value. And there we go. So it's 0.6767. We would round to 4 decimal places. That's pretty standard issue practice for probability questions, which this one is proportion probability. You could also write it as 67.67%. All right, now what about Columbia? Columbia University is an Ivy League school. They require that you have a minimum score of 1350. In other words, you have to be way over here on the tail. So what proportion of GRE test takers will score? See proportion again. So when they ask you proportion, they're really asking you for the area, right? The probability. All right, well, we want the area to the right of 1350, correct? But remember, norm dist does not find that. Norm dist will find the area to the left. So we have to do 1 minus norm dist, 1350, 1066, 191, true. Enter. And there we go. So that's the answer. And of course, you could find that in 2 separate parts if you really wanted. You could find the left-hand part and then take it away from 1. But you could just type it all at once. So the answer is they will only take 6.85% of GRE test takers. They will only look at you. This isn't even saying you're going to get in, but they'll only even consider you if you're in the top 6.85% of test takers because it's Ivy League. Now, this is a different question altogether. What is the percentile rank of a person who scores 1100? They're not asking you for the, let me put it this way. They're not asking for the percentile. They're asking for the percentile rank. In other words, does this person who, if you score 1100, are you in the 10th percentile, the 20th percentile, the 30th? Well, we know it has to be past 50 because 50 is right here, right? That would be the median, i.e. the center. So what we want to know is what proportion percentile rank equals proportion percent below, which luckily for us is exactly what norm dist finds. So 1100, 1066, 191, true. And it's 57. And you would round it to the nearest whole number because you don't say, oh, I'm in the 57.06 percentile. So we would say the 57th percentile because 50.7.06 would round down. All right, that's the end of that question. I'll move on to the next one for next time.